So welcome back to my new video. In this video, I am going to solve another question of supernova. So let's get started. So if you see the question, so the question is saying that a ball is thrown from ground at an angle theta with horizontal and with an initial speed u0. For the resulting projectile motion, the magnitude of average velocity of the ball up to the point when it hits the ground for the first time is v1. After hitting the ground, the ball rebounds at the same angle theta but with a reduced free speed of u0 by alpha. Its motion continues for a long time as shown in the figure. If the magnitude of average velocity of the ball for entire duration of motion is 0.8 v1, then the value of alpha. So the question is basically saying that projectile motion which is projected at u0 speed, it first goes like this and hits the ground for the first time. Till this, in this motion, the average velocity of the motion is v1. But after this, it rebounds. Means it will rebounds, and it will go like this, and again it will go like this. But in every bounce, the speed is divided by a factor of 1 by alpha. Is reduced by a factor of 1 by alpha. So this will carry on till sometime, till the end it will not bounce, and that time it will become grounded. Till that it will go on. Till that motion, the average velocity of the total motion is 0.8 v1, and v1 is the average velocity of the first projectile. Means first time when it goes like this and hits the ground, till this much the average velocity was v1. But this the entire duration of motion, the average velocity of entire duration of motion, means for the whole motion, the average velocity is 0.8 v1. So this v1 you know that is only for this motion, and 0.8 v1 is for the whole motion, and they are asking you the value of alpha for which this value will come. So to answer this question, we'll use simple formulas of projectile, but this question is a little bit tricky. If you understand this, then we will revise one of the most important concept of kinematics, that is average velocity and average speed. So if you see, if I calculate v1 for this motion only, for only this motion, then you will see one thing, that is v1, v means speed, equal to total distance, total displacement by total time. In this case, if you see, then you will understand that the total displacement is nothing but the range, because displacement means the distance between the shortest distance between the two points where it is going. If you say the distance, then distance is this much, but the displacement is only this much. So this is nothing but the range, right? So, and total time, that we know the time period formula from the formula that t equal to 2u sine theta by g, and range we know that is u square sine 2 theta by g. Am I right? So basically, if I take this for this only this motion, that is like takes this motion for 1, then t1 and r1, this is the value for only this motion, and then v1 will be equal to nothing but r1 by v1, the total displacement or total time, right? So this is the value of v1. Okay, now if we calculate like this for the whole motion, then we have to basically add the total distance displacement by total time. For this one, the for this one the range is R1. For this one the range will, for this let it be 2, then this one the range will be R2. For this one the range will be R3. So like this, if you see, we'll add every displacement, every range. So if I can calculate the value of each range with respect to this range, then we something we can do. So if I take this in the next page, then let's calculate. For this one the range was R1. R1 was nothing but u square sine 2 theta by. For this one, the u is divided by alpha. So R2, if I calculate for this R2, if I calculate, this will be u naught square sine square theta by, the u naught by alpha was there, so it will be alpha square g. Or if you calculate this, it will be nothing but this whole part is R1. So it will be R1 by alpha square. Like this, R3 will be R1 by alpha to the power 4. R4 will be R1 by alpha to the power 5, right? Alpha to the 6. So like this, the R1 is decreasing by a factor of 1 by alpha square, right? So the total displacement will be nothing but R1 plus R2 plus R3 till R to the power m, which is infinity. So we can better write this infinity. So it will be nothing but R1 is R1 plus R1 by alpha square plus R2 by alpha to the power 4, like this till infinity. So in the next page, if we take displacement, that is, if I take from here, if I take R1 common displacement, if I take R1 common, then it will be nothing but 1 plus 1 by alpha square plus 1 by alpha to the power 4 plus 1 by alpha to the power 6. Like this, it will go till infinity. Now if we calculate, this is nothing but, if you see, this is a decreasing infinite GP, and for infinite GP the formula is nothing but a by a minus r. So a is nothing but 1 by 1a minus r is 1 by alpha square. If we calculate this, this will come to be R1 alpha square by alpha square minus 1. So this is the total displacement in the entire motion till it becomes fully grounded. It will go like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. It will go, and the displacement of total motion we have calculated, that is this. And to calculate the average velocity, we need the total time. And for time, the formula is nothing but, for time the formula is, you see, if I take this common, if I take this out in the next page, now if I say for this the time was t1, for this the time will be t2, for this the time will be t3, like this till end. Now if t1 we know, that is t1 was equal to 2u naught sine theta by g, like this. T2 if we calculate, then it will be u by alpha, u will be replaced by u by alpha, theta was same all the time, so it will be 2u sine theta by alpha g. It is nothing but t1 by alpha. Then T3 will be T1 by alpha square. T4 will be T1 by alpha cube, right? So if we try to calculate the total time, it will be T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 till the end. So total time will be equal to T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus dot 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 till end, and the end it will tend to infinity. Means there are many things will come. So if we add all this, then if you see, it will come T1 plus T1 by alpha plus T1 by alpha square, like this it will go. And if you see, if I take T1 common, if I take T1 common just like the other case, T1 common, it will be 1 plus 1 by alpha plus 1 by alpha square, like this it will go. It will be 1 plus 1 by alpha plus 1 by alpha square plus 1 by alpha cube. It will go like this. It will be nothing but, if I take this is also infinite GP, so it will be T1 by T1 into A, that is 1 by A minus R. R is 1 by alpha, or it will be T1 into alpha by alpha minus 1. 1 into alpha minus 1. So this is the total time. Now the velocity of the total motion. We will calculate it by V equal to total distance displacement by total time. We have calculated both of them. The total distance displacement was R1 alpha square by alpha square minus 1. It was R1 alpha square by alpha square minus 1 by total time, that is, now only calculated, T1 alpha by alpha minus 1, T1 alpha by alpha minus 1. If we calculate, it will be, rearrange it, it will be R1 by T1 into alpha minus 1. If I calculate this, it will be R1 by T1, this alpha will cut this alpha into alpha by alpha square minus 1, right? This value R1 by T1, it was nothing but, we have calculated earlier, that was V1, R1 by T1. We will replace this with V1. It will be V1 into alpha minus 1 alpha, and if we do this alpha square minus 1, it will be alpha plus 1 into alpha minus 1, alpha plus 1 into alpha minus 1. So this will cut, it will be V1 into alpha by alpha plus 1. Now, according to the question, if we see, this value was equal to 0.8 V1. 0.8 V1. This whole part that we have calculated, this one was equal to 0.8 V1. So this part and this 0.8 is equal. So from here we can get the value of alpha, that is alpha by alpha plus 1 is equal to 0.8, or if you cross multiply it, it will become 0.8 alpha plus 0.8 alpha plus 0.8 equal to alpha, or alpha minus 0.8 alpha equal to 0.8, or it will be 0.2 alpha equal to 0.8. or alpha will be equal to 0.8 by 0.2, or it will be equal to 4. From here we're getting alpha is equal to 4, and they have asked the value of alpha. If I go in the question, they have asked the value of alpha. So the value of alpha is nothing but 4. Value of alpha is nothing but 4. So this is the answer of the question. So we'll meet you again in the next question. So this question, I hope you have understood this question. This kind of question comes in mains and in advance also. So you can practice this question. Thank you.